Okay, we've got more constant rate infusions. Like I said before, you can do it for the single pet, or you can make a bag that is for everyone in the hospital, or as many surgeries as you have that day. So, how we do this then for the multi-pet, it's a bit different, because you're going to create a final... Oh, forgive me, my pen is not ready. There we go. You want to be able to give this to everyone, so you need 1 ml to be a certain concentration, so that everybody's kig per hour will be safe on that concentration. So what do we do? First, we want to choose a bag size. Let's say it's just a small 250, because you're not going to have terribly long surgeries, or maybe the longest surgery you have are 2 dentals, maybe 2 or 3 hours a piece, so you know this bag will last for your patients. Then you're going to choose your drug rate. Again, with morphine, we're looking at a pretty normal, safe rate right down the middle, 0.5 mg per kg per hour. The plum says it's 0.1 to 1 mg per kg per hour, so that's good. We're right in the middle, and we can figure out how to titrate that amount for each patient, no problem. Now, you're going to take the rate, or excuse me, the mils of your bag, how many mils there are, times the rate you want. So I need every single mil of this bag. I need every single mil of this bag to have 0.5 mg of morphine in it. So that's easy enough to do. If you multiply the two together, you're going to get 125 mgs. Let's go ahead and do that so you can see 250 times 0.5 will get you 125 milligrams to put in that bag. So now you've got mgs in the bag divided by that concentration, right? Because I don't know how to add mgs to a bag, but I certainly can add mils. So we take our 125 mg in that entire bag divided by 10, which is on the bottle, right? Your concentration lives on the bottle. It's 10 mg per mil. Again, sometimes it's 15 mg per mil, sometimes it's 20 mg per mil. Make sure you're reading what your bottle says. I have 10 mg per mil, so if I take 125 divided by 10, I'll get 12.5 cc's that I need to add into the bag. Now remember, quantity sufficient. If I start with 250 cc's total, I must end with 250 cc's total. I have to make room in this bag for the volume I'm about to add. So that means I have to take out minus 12.5 cc's. Let's say this is of LRS. And then I have room. Now I have room to add my 12.5 cc's of morphine, which is great because I end with 250 mils of total volume. And that's what I needed. So that's what QS is. That's what quantity sufficient is. If I do the math with 250 cc's, then I need to make sure my math ends with 250 cc's, or I will not get this concentration. Now, the concentration in here is going to be the same as what we started with, right? Because each mil has that 0.5 mg per kg per hour in it. So you can kind of think of this as you've created a new concentration of a drug. So if you were to take his kigs, whoever kigs it is, 3 kig pet, and you take that times, or excuse me, you're going to run it at a mil per kig per hour. All right, a 3 kig pet, and you're going to run it at a mil per kig per hour. Then it's going to be 3 mils an hour. And you know that's the same as 0.5 mg per kg per hour, because we've made these things equivalent to each other. Each mil of that 250 mil bag has 0.5 mg in it. So that's great, 0.5 mig. So if he's a 14.9 kg animal, you're going to run the whole thing at 14.9 mil per hour. And that means he's still getting 0.5 mig per kg per hour. Same thing. He's still getting that same amount. We've made those things equivalent. But now, like last time, what is the max dose you can give? And we've already said that it's 1 mig, right? We go back up here. Plum said you can give 0.1 to 1 mig per kg per hour. So when we're creating our proportion, we put what we know, what we've created, right in the middle. I have 1 mil is going to be always the same as 0.5 mig. And then I have 1 mig over here. That's the top dose I can do. So again, cross multiply. Opposites are going to be times, and then straight across is divide. So if you take 1 times 1, you get 1. And then if you divide that by 0.5, you're going to get 2. That makes sense. Because 0.5 to 1 is half relationship, and 1 to 2, or rather 1 mig down to 0.5 is a half relationship, I guess. And then if you're running this now at 2 mil per kg per hour, that is the highest we can go. But we can go pretty low. Let's say we chose this midline dose, but it's making our dog a little bit too weird. Their heart rate got too low. Their body temperature started to drop a little bit more profoundly than we wanted. Their blood pressure is creeping down. So maybe this 0.5 is too high for that animal. That's fine. We're going to do our math. Again, what are opposites? We take times and then straight across, divided by. So 1 times 0.1 divided by 0.5. And that's going to be 0.2 mil per kg per hour. All right, so we go back up to this 3 kg pet. I started him on a 0.5 meg per kg per hour, which is the same as 3 mil per hour, right? But he's the one that's not doing so well. Heart rate, blood pressure, temperature, it's all kind of going downhill. So he's not doing so great. So now I can think, well, I already figured out my math, and the lowest I can go and still be clinically useful is 0.2 mil per kg per hour. So if I take 3, his kgs, times 0.2 mil per kg per hour, now I'm going to be at 0.6 mil per hour. So I'm going to back that pet way down to 0.6 mil per hour, which I know is the same as 0.1 mig per kg per hour. And I'm going to see how he does from there. Does he get better? Does he get worse? Do I need to stop my CRI completely and give him a moment to recover? Maybe I overcompensated and 0.1 mig is way too low. Well, good news for us that when you're figuring out these mils, there's lots of numbers between 0.2 and 1. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. You get the point. There's also lots of numbers between 1 and 2. So I don't have to run him just at 0.2 mil per kg per hour. I don't have to run him just at 1 mil per kg per hour. No. I do 1.1, 1.2, 1.4. There's lots of numbers in between. So that would be how you do it for a multi-pet. And then the next pet who comes on board, he's 14.9 kgs. So I'd be running him at 14.9 mils per hour. Or I could start off less. Maybe as I'm noticing my pets today, for some reason, don't like that. 1 mil per hour, which is the same as 0.5 mig per kg per hour. So I am automatically starting him less. You know how it goes. Every day is a little bit different. Every pet's a little bit different. But as long as you change out the line on that 250 mil bag, and there was no blood that creeped up the line, well, then you just change out your line, set it up for the next patient, and then the next patient comes in. He's 8.4 kgs. Great, you run it at 8.4 mil per hour. And then you titrate up or down as needed for the pet. So that's how you get there.